Good morning to everyone. And we've had already a very productive morning. I don't think I've seen many of you join, but we've started our happiness habit program. So it's been so great to see our community here, to see our community there, and to see people actively striving towards no reason happiness, towards really creating the life that they desire for themselves, no matter what. Now, we've been doing a couple of sessions. I think it's been a while. I think we've covered every possible topic that we can. And it's been a while, though, that we've been able to do a Q&A and to just understand what's on your mind, what is it that you wish to release. And it's not even just a question and answer session that we're doing today. We're looking at doing personalized downloads. I genuinely believe that the group that comes together in a manner that each person has something to add to the dynamic. So for all of you that have made it live over here, I would love for you to take this opportunity to request any downloads that you would like for anything particular that may be happening currently going on within your life, any downloads you would like for the same, and we can do the downloads for the entire group as well, or even any questions that you may have about anything at all that we have discussed over the days, over the time that we've been together, about healing in general, about happiness, about whatever it is that may come to your mind. So anyone, downloads or questions? Does anyone have any requests? I barely see a silent time when people do not want personalized downloads because it doesn't happen every day. If I were you, I'd be making the most of it. I think what happens a lot of times is people connect and we start doing a session and then they only realize much later into the session when we're almost ready to wrap it up that, oh, okay, yeah, I did have all these things going for me. So maybe I could get some downloads about the same. All right. We'll go in the order that anyone has asked them for. Yes, downloads. I'm asking you, what do you want downloads about? Today is your day. What would you like the downloads for? Health and calm, healing as having a cold. Okay. Vijaya, is there anything in particular that you would like to share with us? Let's have Vijaya here so that we can do the downloads that are not just generalized, but also a little more customized. So let's go one at a time. Vijaya, could you have your camera on, please?
I'm facing this, a sudden bout of cold.
I can't hear you very well.
Yeah. Now can you hear me?
Better.
Okay, so I think actually, during a prayer, I was thanking God for so many things. And suddenly I had this cold and I started breathing and feeling.
Okay. How are you feeling now?
I'm much better.
Was there an overwhelm at how much there was to thank God for? Or an overwhelm at how much there is to take in?
It was overwhelming. It was like, I almost was done.
Because that is also one of the times when we're thinking about breath, when we're thinking about breathing in. It's literally about taking life in, right? So you're taking life in for what it is. And specifically when I know she's been doing classes back to back, just now releasing so many things and getting so many shifts done. It also becomes a time where your mind sometimes, when you're breathing in, and anytime that we're finding the difficulty breathing in, we find our nose a little blocked. All our body systems actually just simply respond to what is happening. For those of you that have actually ever connected to the body, Vijaya has done intuitive anatomy just very recently, and she's seen that as well. So, and something I would like to share with all of you is because when you connect to your body, you will see every part of your body, every system within your body is working its beautiful rhythm. It's so happy doing the job it's doing, and your body is doing so many jobs for you, right? Even if you might have, like by mistake asked that, oh, I would love to feel what my body feels. Your body is first going to make you feel how every second your cells are dividing, your this thing, lungs are breathing, your digestive system is digesting, your heart is beating, your brain is calculating. You are walking, moving, breathing, eating, digesting, doing everything parallelly. Talking, processing this information. Now you're processing information from me and someone throws a ball at you, your brain is going to still be concentrated here and process, oh, this is coming at me, I need to catch it at this angle. I need to have my hands placed like this. All your systems are working so beautifully. And they're so happy to do what they're doing. They're so happy to do their job. It's not like we get along in our lives where we start feeling like, oh my God, this is so much. But when our body feels overwhelmed, the body first responds to us and lets us know any message through the physical state that we are in. Us resting, that fever, where are we burning up from within? What is it that we really, really want rest from? When we're talking about breath, where is it that our breath is stopping? And what is it that feels like it's so much to take in? Which is why you will see anytime we have an overwhelm, whether it's good or bad, even when you're crying, your body has so many self-regulating mechanisms. It simply lets out anything excess. But you see, if you're crying so many times, after a while, your nose feels stuffy. You find it difficult to breathe in very easily. It's unable to process those things that are there. So many times there are a range of emotions that we're feeling. And whether it's good or bad, sometimes even taking in so much good in our life feels like, oh, wow, is so much really happening with me? Let's do some downloads for being able to accept all the magnificence in our life, having gratitude for the same, being able to process all the shifts that we have and changes we make in our life, because we make changes every day in all that we do. One change of thought and you're changing your life. That we can do it without overwhelm and we can do it in a manner that's healthy. All right, I think everyone could benefit from those. So let's do a few downloads. Would you like to know the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of the breath of life? To know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for you to breathe the breath of life, to breathe the joy that there is in life, to be able to take in the breath of life with ease and grace, to know that each day and in every way, you're breathing the breath of life, you're breathing in joy within your life. You know what it feels like to accept joy within your life, to know that you deserve to breathe the breath of life, to know that you deserve to live life to the fullest, to know that your life is a blessing, your life is a miracle, and that you're ready to embrace and accept it now. That you know what it feels like to breathe the breath of life with joy, with happiness, with gratitude, with balance, and with harmony. Knowing each of these definitions and perspective from the creator of all that is from the seventh plane, that you know what it feels like to know that you're deserving of joy, that you're deserving of love, that you're deserving of positive change within your life, to know what it feels like to align your life to positive shifts, and to know that with every thought that you're changing, with every physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual habit that you are transforming, that you are transforming your life, that you know, and have the discernment to make the decisions and to make the judgments that are positive for you and that help you move forward in your life, more aligned to your life purpose, to know that it is safe for you to embrace and accept your life purpose now, to know that it is safe and possible for you to move towards your life purpose without overwhelm, to know that it is safe and possible for you to accept all the magnificence that there is within your life, to accept abundance within your life, to know that you invite and attract the most positive abundance within your life, an abundance of joy, an abundance of health, an abundance of happiness, an abundance of positivity, and to know that you are ready to embrace the same, to know that it is safe for you, to know that you can allow it, and to know that you let it flow within your life now in a manner that is for your highest and best, and in your highest and best manner, that you allow this within your life with grace and joy, to know that you're deserving of all the good things that are happening to you and that you embrace them with gratitude, to allow yourself to make the shifts, the resolutions that require work as well in a manner that your body and mind support you, to know and understand your body and mind from the definition and perspective of the creator of all that is, to see them for the magnificence that they hold, to understand your body and mind as the miracles that they are, as the selfless, hardworking things that they are, to allow yourself to embrace your body for all it is, to send love through your body, to accept your body, to feel so grateful for your body for performing miracles every day, to feel that joy towards your body, and to know what it feels like to have the thoughts and to take the actions that move you towards a healthy mind, body, and soul, to know and understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of being healthy, and that you know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for you to be healthy physically, mentally, and spiritually, that you allow yourself to create health for yourself in all spheres, to positively and joyously take actions towards the betterment of your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health, to know that you are healthy, you deserve to be healthy, you are allowed to be healthy, you choose to be healthy, releasing any dogma, to know what it feels like to feel that calmness and that joy within your body as you allow yourself to feel health and to be healthy. Would you like these downloads into every cell, atom, molecule of your body, every area of your life, at all four levels of your belief systems, and in any and every language ever known or understood by you, for your highest and best, and in your highest and best manner? Say yes to receive the download. And as you do, simply envision this beautiful stream of golden light entering your body through your crown chakra, through this universal flow that there is. This golden light entering your body and simply spreading everywhere. There's this abundance of golden healing light. And as it trickles within your body, feel that vibration where it's reconnecting you to the beautiful rhythm of your body. Feel that health, that joy trickling through every cell of your body. Allowing yourself to see the happy dance that your body does as it goes about its day. To feel that happiness and joy in every part of your being. To send that love through every cell, every atom, every molecule within your body. Thank your body. Let your body know, I love you, body. And I am so, so grateful for all you do for me. All day, every day. Thank you. Thank you for being so amazing. Thank you for so happily keeping me going. And as you send this love to your body, send that love from your toe to your head, every muscle, every nerve, every fiber, every bone. Send it this beautiful golden light and love. Let it know that you appreciate it, that you love it, and that you're thankful for all that it does for you. And see the miracles it performs. Emulate the happiness, the joy, and the gratitude that your body carries, that your systems carry, and let that be a way of life. Allow this golden light to spread through your entire body, spreading outwards now through your emotions, through your mental and spiritual state. Knowing that with every breath you take, that you are connecting to health, to happiness, to the joy that is within your being, and that is your birthright. Take in 3 deep breaths now. Breathing in through your nose the beautiful life force that we have the privilege to inhale every time we breathe. The life force that is full of joy, that is full of love, that is full of the element that we're actually made of, the element of the creator of all that is. And as you're breathing in with every breath, breathing in that health, breathing in that joy, and with every breath out through your mouth, letting out any overwhelm that you may have, of the good or the bad that may be on in your life. Simply breathing in gratitude, breathing in love, and breathing out overwhelm, breathing out fatigue, breathing out imbalance. Continue breathing till you find your rhythm. Breathe in this manner, breathing in through your nose, knowing that you deserve to connect to life in the best manner possible, connecting to that light within you and around you, and breathing out through your mouth. Any overwhelm, any fatigue. Your body has the capacity, the capability to heal itself instantly. Your mind knows the reasons for any imbalance that your body might be feeling and knows how to correct them too. So within the wisdom of your mind, body, and soul, your soul that has been around for so long, make the command within your space to be restored to perfect health and balance, to feel healthy and to feel happy in every sphere, to feel healthy and to feel happy, making it a conscious choice for yourself, making the conscious decision to feel healthy and happy. Breathe in, breathe out. Your mind already knows what to do. And witness the magic of it bringing and restoring that health and joy. Breathing in, breathing out, taking 3 more breaths. And then finally aligning to all that you are. Simply allow yourself to come back into this room, come back into this space, feeling grateful, feeling joyous, feeling light, healthy, and happy. And simply open your eyes. Health and happiness are both our choice, guys. Of course, situations overwhelm us. We feel overwhelmed within many different situations. We feel overwhelmed when our body feels tired. You see that when your body is tired, maybe you've not slept for 3 days, maybe you've had some extremely stressful events going on in your family, maybe you've had some really hard time at work. You'll see when your body is tired, you might be snapping, you might be just getting irritable. We see that spewing out of our body because our body that is tirelessly doing something also needs that time to rejuvenate. Right? So you might have situations that may be going on any front that are non-ideal, but choosing to be healthy and happy, choosing to take actions that align you towards happiness, that align you towards health, at least going in and telling your body and mind, I choose to be healthy, I choose to be happy, lets your body know that that is the direction you're moving towards. And I promise you, it creates that. Today, my 3.5-year-old knows that if you're not well, your body can heal itself completely. He's not opposed to medicine or anything of that sort. But when he is, and he very well tells us no for healing, sometimes when we say, can I pass you healing? He'll just be like, no. But in the times that, he might have felt tired, he might not be feeling so good, and just simply letting him know The one simple thing I tell him when you're going to sleep, that he loves medicine otherwise. But when he's not well, suddenly he doesn't want that medicine. He's like, no, I don't want medicine. I don't want a doctor. And at that point, we have a discussion, and I let him know, if you do not want medicine, you don't want a doctor, you don't want me to pass you healing, well, then you're going to have to take charge yourself. You're going to have to tell your body to make you better. Your body knows how to make itself better. Your body knows how to be completely healthy. So when he's going to sleep, I gently tell him, can you tell your body, make me feel better now? And we've done this through having high fever, through having so many things. He'll mumble it along with whatever level of energy he has, telling his body to make him better. Telling his body that, telling his mind that I know you know the reason that I'm not well. I'm going to sleep through the night. Help me sleep through the night and get me better tomorrow. And the child's belief works wonders, right? And ours will too when we believe that. He goes in, he does that. Next day morning, he's like, yes, I'm feeling so much better. Now he goes, now this thing, we had my dad not feeling so well. He simply told him, he said, you tell your body to make you better. You'll feel better, okay? Can you tell your body to make you better? He just knows, it's ingrained in him that your body can make you completely better. So of course he's 3.5, he'll have these bouts where he's crying and this and that. And then you're like, do we want to tell your body to make you better? And he's, yeah. But there's complete faith in our body. Our body has complete faith in us. I think it's once we understand all that our body does, we realize that it's one of the most selfless vehicles we've been given, that just bends over backwards to keep us healthy and happy. All we need to do is a little servicing, a little fueling, and not trashing it to the ground, not literally ill-treating it through our words, through our actions, and it works beautifully. Trust your body and just see the miracles it can do. Choose to feel healthy and happy. And of course, your situation might persist for a while, but you making that conscious decision itself, you might see the difference that you feel in the way you react to that situation, the way you interact within that situation, the way you cope with that. Okay. I hope all of you are feeling better after the meditation. How are you feeling now, Vijaya? She's a little distant away there. How are you feeling?
I'm good, feeling good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
thank you.
go to Miss Geeta. I don't want to give you all simply downloads that are generalized. The reason I'm actually taking it nice and slow, just getting to understand what you guys want, is because then we can do downloads that are very, very that don't just go on doing a download for health and happiness. We understood it's about overwhelm, it's about your body actually being able to process all that you put it through, mentally, emotionally, physically. So the minute we actually align our bodies to that, that can get the wheels moving in a very beautiful manner. So is Miss Geeta over here? Yes. You want to tell us briefly what you would like the downloads for? Anything in particular that you would like to improve in terms of your relationship?
For her to understand me, basically, not, blame me for whatever failure she's been having. Actually, she's doing pretty well. It is just that she's frustrated. Certain things didn't happen at the right time, or probably it wasn't the way she had expected.
Okay. And do you find within your life anywhere that you're struggling with a similar thing where your expectations have not lined up with how you think things should be?
Well, I
When you
realized
feel
that much later, and then
hard on
I have been
yourself.
working on that. Yes, I have been working on that.
Working on that emotion?
Yes. It's much better than before, but yes, I wish a little more from her side, that she gets to know that she has to work on herself too.
So all we really can do is with, and that's the thing that always gets to anyone, is when you see your loved ones not, sort of getting to the point where they can work on themselves. And when you see your loved ones suffering or not, okay, that really gets to you. The best we can do is allow ourselves to transform, let them know that there is an option. We know a lot of people who actually have gifted their loved ones the happiness habit and said, even if they've said, listen, I don't know what this is, what a waste of money, what a waste of your resources. They've said, listen, I've already got it, I've already bought it, right? I've already given it to you. Now you see what you're going to do with it. And the journey begins there, because they start little by little going like, okay, now my mom's already put this money to it. Let me see what it's about. And maybe taking a call. The best we can do is shift ourselves, shift any of those patterns that we're holding within us. So even when we say something as simple as this, right, that blaming me for everything that's there, we got to look at if that person is doing that to us and us only. Is there a reason for the same? Is there a reason that we might be allowing them to interact with us in this manner? Do I somewhere hold myself responsible for a lot of the things that are happening? Do I hold any guilt within myself for the things that may be on? Because so many times, knowingly, unknowingly, and specifically as mothers, even when we have a receptor, right? And that comes in so early, that comes in so by default, I have to help my child. That receptor might have come into you when your child was much, much younger. I have to be there for my child. No? You see, whether it is your own receptor, whether it's something we've taken on genetically, we've taken on through physiology, through the roles that we're playing, even societally, we have taken on these receptors and we believe them. They're ingrained in us to a very huge extent, which is why you see generation on generation, maybe how mothers dealt with their kids is different. Generation on generation, you see women taking on different roles. Now there's nothing that women cannot do. But the certain things that are part of our DNA, the certain things that are part of our evolution, there's certain things that are part of what we have imbibed within our system are something that you will see will still play out in different scenarios within your life. One of those things being, I have to be there for my child. Even today, now next week, I'm going to be coming to India for a work trip. And even today, when, mother moves out, it's like, oh, so your children will be alone here. No, they won't be alone. They'll be there with their father, their grandmoms have come to visit them. They'll be there with the house help who takes care of them when I go to work. They'll be there with all of you who are so concerned and around them. They're not going to be alone. The only factor that is going to be different for them is that I am not going to be there for those, 3 weeks. I'm going for a work trip. Do we ask the same of fathers? Oh, like if a father's going, oh, your child will be alone. Oh, how can you go for 3 weeks? Or, just a simple, oh, wow. Because you know that there's not much scope to say something there, right? And we get affected by it so often. Why is it? It's because this expectation, this thing of I have to be around for my child. I have to help them. Now, all I ask and urge you to do is look at any receptors like that you might have. Why? Because the minute you have to do something, it's almost an obligation of something that you have to do, that you must do. You have to come at this time. You have to bring this. You're making a choice. I choose to be there for my kids. I choose to be present for my kids. I choose to help my kids. I get to help my kids. I get to be there for my kids. It's very different from having to. When you give someone a job, you tell them you have to do this, 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 this. We don't tell them you can come to office and then you can choose if you feel like doing this, do it, or do something else. You have to do it. Now, when I have to do something, that's the only receptor I primarily have with my child. So that father who comes in, maybe like much later in the day, comes in, plays, watches TV for 20 minutes, then says, okay, let's go to sleep, and goes to sleep. And then they still choose their father as the favorite parent, right? It's this game, right? So many kids ask, oh, who's your favorite parent? And the mother's like, what? I did like everything. I've been running behind you for like 15 hours, and then you say your father. But the father has a receptor to have fun with the child. I get to enjoy with my child. Oh, my child is so much fun. We watch TV together. Mother's like boiling there, right? Because the mother is like, stop the TV. They need to go to sleep. Da, 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 da. Their receptors chill. So the kids and they are attracting each other because of that receptor. We know by now that we all have receptors, and that's how we respond. So do I want, there's nothing wrong with it, but the question being, do I want my receptor to be, I have to help my child? What happens is that when they're 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years old, they might need me. They need you to wear their clothes or, clean them in the bathroom or do whatever. As they're going to grow up, that's going to evolve, that's going to change. The hope would be that they become really empowered individuals. Either you'll have a crippled child who's constantly coming to you for help, and you're going to grow resentful too. You're going to be now questioning whether you were a good mother at all because look at my child. Or they're going to be like these empowered beings because you have worked so hard to make that happen. But still, every time they need help, somehow that's the only time they come around. They're like, oh, this is not done. Oh, why didn't you do this? Sometimes it gets to the tone of, why didn't you do this? But you were supposed to do it. Now see, nothing is happening for me. That blame part that we feel. Not realizing that I was carrying the board of, I have to help my child. When you have to do something, it's your job. When you don't do your job, your boss comes and says, why haven't you done this? Because of you, the meeting did not go as planned. Because you had to do it, right? You had to do that. Now, if my receptor is, I have to be present for my child, I have to help my child, that is the receptor I'm carrying. The may I help you, ma'am, tags that, they'll wear the sales assistants. Similar. So now, when that is not happening, they very rightfully come and say, but you couldn't do this much also. And at that point, we feel hurt. We feel like, that was so inconsiderate. That was so not required. Did they take a minute to even ask me how my day was and what I was working with? I'm happy to help my child, but this is this. Something good happens, they go and share with someone else. Something, is not right. That is the only time that I'm factored in. But who set that receptor? You did. What that does is it keeps a crutch, because that crutch is the only connection the two of you have. Now that crutch also goes, and that is the reason we don't let go of that crutch also. Then I don't know if my child is going to come back to me for anything, because this is the only receptor that is keeping us connected. So as early or as late as you might be in your parenting journey or in your connection with your, kids, parents, anyone, see if you want to get this, have to help, have to be there, have to do this. You don't have to do anything. You get to do a whole lot of things. You choose to do a whole lot of things. There are a lot of people that would love to be in that position. There are a lot of people that are also really tired being in that position constantly 24/7 responding to everyone's needs. And that's okay. Both these situations are absolutely okay. You can choose to help your child. When you know that you love your child, then that is all that there is to it. That needs no justification. That needs nothing. So change your receptors, change your connection with your children to one that is one of empowerment, that is one of joy, that is one where you're connecting with all the happy and sad moments. Change the have to help. Go I get to connect to all that my child is, because you might just realize your child is a brilliant child who's doing so well in life. And if you just shift that receptor, now you can connect to all their magnificence, all that they are. So let's shift those and let's examine any time that we might have created this clause. Now, the only thing is we created this clause so many years back that we forgot we created it. And we just ended up growing, they ended up growing up resentful, we end up growing up resentful, and then we're all just like, what is happening over here? So, and then it becomes a blame game. This is because of you, but you don't understand me, but you are never here for me, but this. Just cut the cycle short and go what is the relationship I do wish to have with my child? Envision that relationship every day. Release any haves from your thing. Even changing that have to a get to. Or where it's a choice you're making, I choose to. Something you choose to do, nobody's going to come and hold a gunpoint and say, why is this not done in time? You shift your receptors and you get yourself empowered. You get yourself full of joy. You will see how everything transforms around you. You begin to understand yourself and respect your time. If that's what you're really struggling with, they have no respect for my time. They have no respect for what I say. They don't take time to even hear what I have to say. Do you take the time to hear what you have to say to yourself? Do you take the time? So that could come in form of your intuition. That could come in form of something your body knows it needs to do and is not doing. Are you respecting your mind and body? Are you taking the time for it? Are you understanding it? So many times this is not right. Something is not right with my body. But who has the time to sit and understand it, go to a doctor, figure it out, or to, sort of really remove that time to change a habit within my life? Shift those things, you'll see everything around will shift. Okay, I'm going to do the download for the same. I'm going to just read the message that's in relation maybe to something about kids. I want download for feeling helpless, hopeless for my son's situation. Lots of guilt and failure as a mother. Really, Samina, work through the guilt. Work through why you feel that guilt and why you feel the failure. And I understand that it's hard to do that sometimes because we feel like, we just get so lost in our own brain candy. But I ask you a simple question. Is this guilt helping my child or me? Me feeling like a worse mother. Is it in any form or manner helping me, my child, or anyone at all? If it is, then it's worth holding on to even for those 2 minutes. But when you see that even those very people you love, that child of yours or anything, even them, is it helping? Is it helping them to see a person who feels defeated, who feels like they've not given their best, who goes like, I'm so sorry, I've ruined your life? Or is it going to help for them to see a person who's actually doing something with their life, that's actually empowered? Everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes are also something that are completely, like you said, completely subjective. Which is why any story, any incident, you ask 3 people who are involved in the incident about that same incident, the story will be completely different. All of us have our own truth about that story. None of them are lying. It's their truth. It's how they perceive that situation. How your child perceives the same situation and how you perceive the same situation could be so different. It'll be two completely disparate stories, but none of you are lying. It's each person's truth. So what is it that makes me feel like that? Everyone makes me, have I actually made a mistake? If I have, how can I correct it? I could choose to delve into, oh my God, I did this. So I could be like, okay, now what can I do to actually shift that? What can I do to make it different from now? Because me staying in that reality, me feeling that constantly is not getting me anywhere. It's making me feel worse. It's carrying forward to my child. What can I do to change that? I hope this makes sense to all of you. The help receptor can only be for a particular. No, it can be for all. If my receptor is I have to help my kids. And of course, we thrive on, oh, of course, I'm a great mother. I do equal for all my kids. So the receptor could be for everyone, but you might see one child may be more empowered or responding differently than the other. Is because I can throw out a receptor at you. How much you respond to it is up to you, right? So one child might, totally connect to that and feel like, this is the only way I can connect to. Another child might just do it differently. But that receptor is within us, and that's something we got to change. Okay. So would each of you like to know the creator of all that is this definition and perspective of a mother-child relationship? or rather of a parent-child relationship, and that you know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for you to experience a parent-child relationship, whether that be with your own parents or with your kids, that you can experience a parent-child relationship for what it's meant to be, to experience and know what it feels like to embrace each role that we play here on this planet, and to embrace it for all that it holds. Know what it feels like to allow yourself to be the parent in a situation where you're required to be, and to be the child and enjoy the perks of that where you are the child. To know what it feels like to understand and embody the parent-child relationship as the creator of all that is intended it to be, to know what it feels like to feel cherished as a parent, to feel cherished as a child, to know that you're loved, to know that it is safe and possible to have this beautiful bond be filled with love, joy, happiness, understanding, releasing any need to associate the words of have to, help, and guilt with it, to know and understand that each of us are works in progress. And as we understand, embrace, and accept that fact, to understand and embrace the fact that humans are constantly learning and constantly improvising, to know and understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of forgiveness, and to know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for you to forgive, to understand that holding on to any incident, holding on to any redundant receptors, holding on to any guilt, holding on to the resentment of or regrets of I could have, I should have, I have to, simply keep us held down. To know what it feels like to release those now, and to know instead what it feels like to be wholly and completely aligned and integrated, aligned to forgiveness and letting go of what is not serving you anymore, to know what it feels like to forgive your parents for any time that you felt like they hurt you, that they could not understand you, to forgive your kids, to forgive anyone that hurt you, to forgive anyone that made you feel misunderstood, to forgive those people, to forgive those situations, to forgive God, as you understand all of these have simply come here to give you a learning, and you're ready to take this learning now. And to most importantly, forgive yourself wholly and completely. To understand that each person was doing the best that they could in that given situation. To understand that the same emotion that we, an expectation that we want of our kids, for them to simply understand, for them to give us the benefit of doubt, that we can give that to our parents as well, to know and understand that each person is on their own journey, and to accept that we are all at different points in our journey, to embrace each person for who and how they are, to know what it feels like to wholly and completely connect to yourself and connect to those around you in the manner that they are, without expecting a shift within them for you to understand them better. To know and understand that as you embrace and accept people for who and what they are, as you accept a situation for what it is, that you are empowered to shift it now. That you know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for you to live your daily life with the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of understanding and communication, knowing what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for you to have understanding and communication within yourself and within your relationships, to know what it feels like to honor your mind, body, and soul, to take actions towards honoring your mind, body, and soul, and to know what it feels like to respect yourself wholly and completely, to understand yourself, and to know that as you do that, you create the aura of being honored, respected, and understood, and that is the kind of relationships that you invite and attract within your space now. To know that you are healed and that your relationship with your child is healed, to know and understand that it's never too late, and that you simply, as you simply allow yourself and embrace yourself for all that you are, for the right and the wrong that you've done, as you allow yourself to feel open to the same, as you allow yourself to share the same, to have open channels of communication with the loved ones that you have within yourself as well, that you allow yourself to know what it's like to have happy, joyous, meaningful relationships that are growth oriented, that are filled with love, and that are filled with joy, that you invite and attract this within your life now. Would you like to have these downloads into every cell, atom, molecule of your body, every area of your life, at all 4 levels of your belief system, and in any and every language ever known or understood by you, for your highest and best, and in your highest and best manner? Say yes to receive the downloads. As you do, just envision that love and that light that's within you, that's around you. Envision a beautiful, shimmery, pearly light, tinge of silver in it, entering your space. It knows what it needs to do with the downloads and to shift whatever it needs to. Let it, and just visualize connecting to yourself, honoring yourself, respecting yourself, understanding yourself. And simply letting this outwards, sharing the light outwards. And as you see that expanding outside and outwards, visualize those very people with whom you want your relationships healed within that sphere. And that light connecting the two of you, letting go of any redundant, unhealthy, toxic ways of connecting, letting them simply evaporate in the Creator's light. And simply transforming those relations to what their true nature, that the universe, that the creator of all that is intended for those to be. Ones that are empowered, filled with light, love, understanding, and connection. See these new strong bonds with those people as the creator of all that is has intended for them to be. Allow yourself to truly experience that. To feel the joy and the balance that that brings. As you free yourself from obligations and having to, into an energy of getting to and gratitude for all that is right in your life. See these beautiful relationships of bonding. Feel reconnected, rejuvenated, loved, hugged, happy, joyous. And whenever you feel ready, just simply come back into this room and open your eyes. I hope that each of you had something to take back from that. There are a lot of requests that are there on the chat for the different things that people want downloads for. But I wanted to just take one at a time and really allow you to have some insight on it. And if you simply allow that little bit of insight to shift things within your own space, it begins with something as simple as respecting your needs, respecting yourself, honoring your body, your mind. We all know the answers. Like the answer to everything is within yourself. It's a journey of finding out how to connect to those answers and to make that happen. So all the other chats that are there, we'll take them later. We'll do a couple of these sessions if required. I urge everyone to, get on there early, ask your things so that that one thing can benefit actually each person. We work today on health. We've spoken about the relationships that we hold with our kids, especially, and the understanding within them. We'll take on the next few that are there in the next session that we log on to next Thursday, and understand them a little better, a little deeper, so that the downloads that we do, and we have done a short meditation which with each of them, can be a little more complete for you. So we wrap up today, hoping that each of you have more insight into what we've discussed. Your body feels healthier and you feel connected, and allow yourself to shift from have to get to. You don't have to go for a walk. You don't have to eat lunch. You don't have to have an argument with your child today. Okay? You get to do each of these things. And I mean, I get it more than anyone. I have two really young kids, and with a full day of work, you go back home so often going, oh, now I have to give them milk and all. And then, you sort of look around and so many times realize that there's so many people who are literally striving for that sort of joy of having those kids around. Take a minute to process what you're feeling, because you still feel what you feel. You feel that overwhelmed sometimes. Breathe in, breathe out, let that overwhelm get out and go like, I get to do this. Even if it's having a fight with my child, I get to have a fight with my child. You get to have a fight with your child when your child is healthy, happy, capable. So often I'll tell my mom, if the minute we start arguing, I'm like, see, now I know you're all better, because you're not better, you can't talk so much. Now you're all better, you're ready to fight with me. Because, till they're like, oh, they're not well, and the 3 days they're feeling miserable. 4th day they're better, and they're like, clean your room, do this, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. I'm like, yeah, see, you're better now. Now we definitely know that you're feeling fine. We get to even fight with the ones that we love. We get to do that. You don't get to do that if you're estranged. You don't get to do that if they're not around anymore. You don't get to do that if they're not healthy and in that state to do that. Even the things that feel like the, worst of things have that silver lining. Shift your language from have to get to see the change that happens. And allow yourself to honor your mind, body, and soul. I think that's the biggest takeaway from today. For those of you that are not on the happiness habit, I just wish that you all could hear the different things. I mean, every day is new insight for me as well. Just understanding how us honoring our mind, body, and soul can shift so much of the heaviness we're creating within ourselves. Forgive, love, honor yourselves, honor your body, honor your mind. Do take a small action step that's going to help you do that, whether it's walking out in nature, whether it is taking time to yourself, whether it's going to a coffee shop and, giving yourself that little time. Take that little time to honor your mind, body, and soul in the way that it needs to be honored. And you'll feel that difference. Okay, I wish all of you a beautiful week ahead and look forward to connecting to you next Thursday. Take care and see you very, very soon.